Right now the crypto market is going through a phase where volatility is still present but momentum is not very strong, and one of the most popular meme coins, Shibainu, is currently trading around $0.00000589 after a 3% drop today. Now on the surface, a 3% dip might not seem like a big deal, especially in crypto where double-digit moves are common. But when it comes to a sentiment-driven coin like Shibainu, even small declines can shift market psychology very quickly. Because unlike fundamentally driven projects, SHIB moves heavily based on hype, community activity, and overall market mood, which means even a minor correction can create doubt among short-term traders. One of the most likely reasons behind today's dip is simple profit-taking, where traders who bought at lower levels are booking gains as soon as the price shows even a small rise, creating selling pressure that pushes the price down. At the same time, the broader market also plays a huge role, and whenever major assets like Bitcoin or Ethereum show weakness or move sideways, meme coins tend to react more strongly because they rely more on momentum than stability, and this creates a ripple effect where even a slight slowdown in the market leads to dips in coins like SHIB. Another important factor is that Shiba Inu is currently not in a strong hype phase, meaning there is no major viral trend, no explosive narrative, and no massive retail inflow pushing the price upward. So naturally the market enters a cooling period where price either consolidates or drifts slightly downward. However, what many people fail to understand is that these quiet phases are not necessarily negative, because they often act as accumulation zones where long-term holders slowly build positions while the majority of the market loses interest. And this is exactly where things get interesting when we shift the focus toward 2026 price analysis, because the real potential of Shiba Inu doesn't lie in short-term 3% moves but in how the project evolves over time. For SHIB to grow significantly by 2026, it needs more than just hype. It needs ecosystem expansion, utility, and sustained community engagement. And over the past few years the team has been working on building that through initiatives like Shibainu, token burning mechanisms, and attempts to create a broader ecosystem beyond just being a meme coin. If these developments continue and actually attract real users, then demand for SHIB could increase over time, which is essential for long-term price growth. In a moderate scenario where the crypto market grows steadily and Shiba Inu maintains its relevance as a top meme coin, the price could realistically move toward the $0.00001 to $0.00002 range by 2026, which would still represent a significant gain from current levels. In a stronger bull market scenario, where meme coins once again dominate retail attention like we've seen in previous cycles, SHIB could potentially push higher into the $0.00003 to $0.00005 range, especially if aggressive token burning reduces supply and creates scarcity. And then there's the extreme bullish case, which many community members like to talk about, where SHIB could attempt to reach even higher levels. But for that to happen, it would require massive adoption, continuous burning, and a level of hype similar to or even greater than previous meme coin cycles, which is possible but not guaranteed. At the same time, it's important to understand the risks, because meme coins face intense competition, and new tokens are constantly entering the market trying to capture attention, which means SHIB must continuously evolve to stay relevant. Another challenge is that without strong real-world utility, long-term growth becomes difficult, as hype alone cannot sustain price indefinitely. But despite these challenges, one thing remains clear: Shiba Inu still has one of the strongest communities in crypto, and in a market driven by sentiment, that is a powerful advantage. Right now, with SHIB trading around $0.000000589 after a 3% dip, the market might look slow, but this could simply be a phase of consolidation before the next major move. Because in crypto, the biggest rallies often don't start when everything is exciting. They start when things are quiet, when attention is low, and when most people are not paying attention. So as we move toward 2026, the real question is not whether SHIB will face volatility, because it will. The real question is whether it can maintain its relevance, expand its ecosystem, and capture the next wave of market hype when it arrives, because if it does, today's price might one day be seen as just the beginning of another big cycle.